began in a wet market located in Wuhan, China, where customers buy fish, meat, and even live animals that are killed at the spot. Everything changed because of this market, where because of the crowded conditions, it resulted the ability of viruses from different animals to swap genes, causing it to spread amongst people. And unfortunately, the virus present there is the coronavirus.
And starting early March of 2020, the global cases went from 2,000 to 70,000 in just 2 months. Ever since COVID-19 became global, people all over the world started panic buying lots of items for stock at home like shampoo, foods, and other necessary products. In just a few days, schools then announced that everyone would have a 2-week holiday, which turned out wrong since it's been 2 years of online school.
By 2021, the COVID-19 wave had died down, things had started to settle once more, and people were slowly starting to go out. However, a new variant called Beta came into town and another outbreak came into the world in early 2021, reaching over 700,000 new cases per day globally.
On the bright side, vaccines ranging from AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Moderna, and Sinovac were already on the brink of mass production and distribution, and many medical workers were already starting to get their vaccinations. In fact, it only took under 1 year for all these vaccines to be developed and approved compared to 10 to 15 years for other vaccines. Crazy fact, yet 100% trusted and safe.
By this time, over a year had passed since the virus first came into the world, and questions on when this pandemic would end was rising. Some theories suggested that the pandemic would not end in a decade. Some said it would end in 5 years' time, and some also said it was currently on the verge of ending. Governments and medical workers constantly assured all world citizens that the COVID vaccine is the main solution to ending this pandemic. And that is actually correct.
The COVID vaccines have the ability of strengthening our antibodies and immune systems, protecting us from hospitalizations and harsh symptoms, and also preventing the virus from entering our bodies. Although breakthrough infections in people who are vaccinated are still likely to occur, vaccines could significantly decrease the number of COVID infections across the world.
But that, my friends, did not stop a new variant from rising. Meet the Delta variant, a highly dangerous, fierce, and highly transmissible variant. Delta was believed to be twice as contagious as the previous COVID variants, and the hospitalization rate was double the previous variants. There were over 700,000 new cases every day and much higher mortality rates.
Fast forward to 2022. Just as everyone thought the pandemic was beginning to show signs of ending, another variant had appeared, Omicron. Although at that moment, 4.39 billion people around the world have been vaccinated, cases would not stop rising as this variant was highly contagious.
To deal with this extremely contagious variant, booster shots are currently being distributed globally to reduce the risk of getting infected. Fortunately for us, Omicron isn't as deadly as the Delta variant. However, this still left people wondering, when will this pandemic actually end?
Well, according to the head of the World Health Organization, the pandemic has a very high possibility of ending in the middle of 2022, which is this year, if at least 70% of the world population has already gotten vaccinated. That's over 5.5 billion people. It surely will not be a quick and easy process, but it can happen. And this won't be under the control of the government officials. People have to make the choice to get vaccinated as soon as possible. All the governments are capable of doing is advertising and spreading the word about these vaccines. So, a huge part of when this pandemic will end is in our hands.
Though, many researchers are saying that even if the pandemic has ended, COVID-19 will still exist. Viruses evolve, and we never know if there is going to be a new variant, so we still need to be cautious. The good news is that vaccines help reduce the severity of the virus by a significant amount, if in any case a person is infected by it. At the end of the day, this virus could possibly turn into a normal everyday virus just like the flu. Many world leaders are counting on these facts and therefore opening their country's borders to make this happen.
Again, the end of this pandemic is under the control of the world population, us. So always make sure to put on your mask in public places, follow the right protocols and precautions, get your vaccines and boosters quick, and get ready to say bye-bye to this pandemic soon.